Kia ora koutou katoa and welcome to Logan Park and excuse me, in Dunedin for coverage of this New Zealand Football Southern League Round 6 clash between Dunedin City Royals and FC 2011. The Royals have started their campaign in fine fashion while Southern League newcomers FC 2011, well, they're looking to consolidate their spot in the league following their promotion to the Southern League this season. The teams line up, we're not too far from kickoff. We have a quick look at the lineups and visitors. FC 2011, they're in the red kit today. A few changes to their lineup from their last match. No less than 4 changes with some of their bigger names missing out. But in come Ju-Yong Kim, Rory Kelly, Harvey Stevens and Menashe Sarachera. Players missing include Mustafa Rafi, the Fairley twins, Will and Nick, and Adrian Payers, who scored both of FC's goals in their recent win over Nomads. Meanwhile, the home team today, the Dunedin City Royals, in their sky blue kit, they've got a very settled lineup. In fact, I think it's unchanged from last week, and they've had 5 players who have played every minute of the league so far. Player to watch out for, number 17, Ben Stanley, in fantastic form. He's notched up 5 goals in his 5 games so far, including a scorcher from distance up in Nelson last week, which helped the Royals to a draw on the road. Two captains there, Noah Prestall for FC and Ollie Peterson for the Royals, with the officials there including referee for today's match, Michael Love. He's assisted by Craig Smart and Mason Robinson, with Lindsay Robinson the 4th official today. My name's Morgan Jarvis and I'm excited to be commentating this game from Logan Park. And we've got a fantastic autumn day here in Dunedin. Sun shining after a bit of a misty morning, but it's great conditions for football. A high of around 17. The wind's not too bad at the moment. Just a slight breeze coming across the turf, and great quality turf that will lend itself to some good fast flowing footy. So teams switch around here. Dunedin City Royals have started the Southern League well this year, and they're looking to challenge for a top 2 spot and try and earn a spot in the new look National League Championship later in the year. But if they want to get there, these are the kind of matches that they'll want to be winning. FC 20, they've just had that one win over Nomads a couple of weeks ago and 4 defeats in their opening 5 matches, but it can be a hard team to break down. They've struggled to score goals themselves, but they get the game underway here, and early on it's Rory Kelly who gets on the ball in the middle of the park for them. Out in the right fullback role for FC, Dylan Bennett. And he knocks it down, but Royals get the ball and their fullback Foul links up with Connor Neal down that right hand side. Look for them to do a bit of that throughout the match. Hayden Nation, the 15 shirt there. And this time they go long and on the ball in Watanabe, but Prestall does well to scramble it clear. Royals on the advance, but Bennett manages to clear that one away, but the Royals come again. Ball will go all the way back here to goalkeeper Alex Boomer. He sends it very long, looking for a couple of teammates down that left flank. Bennett again Manages to clear and wins himself a throw. Lovely turn on the ball there from Rory Kelly. I think this is his first start of the season so far. Just have to excuse the occasional whistle and noise from the game going on the turf behind us, just in case you hear a stray whistle. Watanabe looks to link up with Fowl. Happy just to play some calm opening football here and stroke it around. Royals have a good knack of being able to play some dangerous direct football, but there's some really talented ball players up in that attacking third as well. Very patient build up here from the Royals, but now they look to drive forward. And it wasn't a bad wee switch pass there, but teammates not quite on the same wavelength. And the FC's young goalkeeper, Finn Mounty, just rolls it out there to Prestel, who is wearing the captain's armband today. He's only 19 years old himself. And a free kick awarded there for the foul on Kelly. Prestel made a few appearances for Christchurch United last season and come across to FC, and so he's a very imposing figure at the back there. Mitchell links up with Prestel. Nicely cut out there though by the Royals, who will look to counter. Again, happy to play some patient football. Jed Collins links up with Fowl as fullback, and Peterson beaten to it though by Kelly. Ju Yong Kim, the number 2 for FC there, losing out. Collins again linking up with Fowl. Fowl now looking to drive forward, trying to link up with Owen Hawkins, I think, who went to ground. No foul though, and Hawkins in the 9 shirt for the Royals. Certainly be a dangerous player up in that attacking third. Very talented futsal player. I think he's up against a couple of players here that would have faced in the recent futsal Super League title. The Canterbury Dragons took out. Collins goes long this time and finds Watanabe, who cuts inside and lays it across nicely. Hawkins here on the ball. It's being well shielded into the corner, but it's more promising for the Royals. Looks like they may dominate a lot of possession in this opening half. FC happy to just soak up the pressure. From the little bits that I've seen of FC 20 this season, they're a big threat on the counter-attack themselves. Royals were thinking that one taking a touch off the defender for a corner, but goal kick awarded. Again, Mountie happy to go short. Nice composure again from Presto, although this time the short pass from the back is cut out by Aish, but an initial recovery, but Aish back on the ball. It's like FC might have just scrambled themselves clear with Oakman on the ball now and linking up with fullback Mitchell, rampaging down the flank, and outside him, here's Aldridge. One-on-one with foul. Aldridge, it's a good block there. It may have been Neil who got that block in. And the Royals will look to take advantage of the fact that FC committed a few players forward there. And that's exactly what Stanley does, linking up nicely here, and a challenge coming in. It's a strong challenge from Bennett. It'll just be a corner. Cooper, I think, to swing this one in, and well, DeGroot Green, the defender, had gone up and connected, but couldn't fashion a shot on target. It's well cleared by Presto, but comes back to foul. Neil with a nice ball through to Ollie Peterson. And nice challenge coming in there to deny that promising attack for the Royals. And now it's Sarachiva looking to counter, but strong challenge coming in from Connor Neal, working all the way back. Great work rate from Neal. At 25 years old, the oldest player in the starting lineup here for the Royals. A couple of fairly young teams on display, both with an average age of just 22 for the starting 11s. Strong challenge in the middle. It comes to Watanabe. Couldn't link up with Stanley, who had made a dangerous diagonal run there. Throw in for FC. And we can expect to see plenty of physical challenges on the turf here today. The Royals are always a strong physical team, and again, from what I've seen from FC, they've got much the same, including Sarachiva on the ball. He's a really dangerous ball-winning midfielder, and long-range effort coming in there. First real shot on goal, but nowhere near threatening Boomer. Again, FC not prepared to press into that final third, just trying to stay very compact and organised, and this is where they try and turn the ball over. But it's a more direct ball here. Watanabe lays it back, but I think the offside flag's gone up there. It just shows how the Royals are prepared to mix up the short passing game with their more direct football as well. Watanabe's a good hold-up player up top for them. As Collins clears that one out. Mitchell with the throw, but It's turned over and Royals now can build up from the back again. Aish in the 15 shirt's been heavily involved in the middle of the park, a link-up player for the Royals there. And that's again where the challenges come in heavily on Peterson. I think it's a pattern we might continue to see throughout this first half. Fowl looks down the right flank to link up with Watanabe, and Neil will pick this one up and has some players helping out, and Hawkins on the ball feeds it out left, and Cooper looked to cross it in. Looking for a long throw. Flicked on, and might be a corner here, I think. And it will be. Cooper just goes short this time to Ben Stanley, and now swings it in dangerously. And it punched clear. Good tussle going on there. Aish wins that battle, and via Collins goes all the way back to Boomer. So no real clear-cut chances in the opening quarter of an hour or so of this match, although a bit of a dangerous one there for the FC keeper, but gets it across, and now Bennett looks to get his team on attack, but the Royals turn it over. Aish, once again, Sarachiva nipping at his heels, but nicely cut out there by Prestel, strong at the back, and looks to link up here with Aldridge. Prestel had continued his run, but now there's a bit more pressure coming from FC, but Royals again pretty confident in playing their way out of it. Harvey Stevens there, looking to link up, and now coming across, and wow, just when Oakman was eyeing up a shot, it was nicely cut out for the Royals. But FC still on attack, long range effort. It's a slightly better effort there, Ju Yong Kim, but very comfortable for Boomer to claim. Hawkins dropping a bit deeper and links up with Fowl. FC do a good job of doubling up the pressure there on Peterson. Stevens now on the ball. FC just growing in confidence, I think, as the game goes on here. Hawkins again surveys his options and lays it across to Fowl. He links up with Neil, who's one-on-one with Mitchell, but again has to go back. They do have a player down at the moment, and I think FC were expecting a whistle. It hasn't gone, and the shot coming in from Peterson, and it's saved. And, well, might be a good thing there just to, given the circumstances, as FC made the criminal mistake of just relaxing and not playing to the whistle as the Royals played on while there was an injured player on the turf. It is Sarachera, so hopefully nothing too serious there. Does have a bit of strapping on his leg there already. Back in the starting lineup this week. Has appeared in every match. But as play goes on, it's a corner for the Royals. Cooper again to swing it in. At the near post. Just about sneaking in at the near post there. Another cross coming in. Some half-hearted claims for handball. Got to be another Royals throw. Well, it's a bit short for Cooper, but he does well and looks to take on the FC defender, and does, and just about finding Peterson inside the penalty area there. As FC make a bit of a mess of dealing with that one, and the Royals advance again. Neil on the ball. FC just can't get it clear here. Aish, nice job of making up now. Stanley back to Aish. Hawkins again takes time to survey the options ahead of him. A good cross coming in, only half cleared, and it just about fell there for, I think it was Watanabe, but scrambled clear by FC. Royals doing a good job of just dialing the pressure up here. FC sitting deeper and deeper. Cooper on this right flank at the moment, and looked to lay it across to Watanabe, but it was well cut out. We'll build again through Hayden Aish. Nice, we 1-2 here, and didn't look like a lot in it, but free kick awarded. It was Stanley cutting inside there and deemed to have been fouled, and the result of that is a free kick in a dangerous position. Yellow card awarded there too, I think. Not too sure exactly which FC player has picked that up. I think it may have been Luke Aldridge in the 14 shirt. It's the one that committed the foul. So Stanley scored a thunderbolt from a similar kind of spot in play. Gets a free kick on target, and what a fantastic save there. Brilliant save by the FC keeper to deny. Oh, and that was certainly travelling in as well. Stanley would have thought that he had scored that one. If you haven't had a chance to see Ben Stanley's goal from last week, check it out on the New Zealand football social media streams, because it was an absolute rocket. Turning the screw now, the Royals. Watanabe lays it back to Aish. Stanley out this right flank now, and it's a great cross in towards the near post. FC again just struggling to relieve the pressure. Just been camped in their own half for a while now. So it looks like they had to make an early substitution with Sarachiri going off and coming on 18, Albin Foisey. The Royals once again at the end of the field they want to be at. That one almost sneaking all the way through. FC once again struggling to string a few passes together and get out of their own half. The Royals haven't been able to break them down yet, though. Here's Stanley taking players on. Peterson tried to turn on the ball, but nice challenge coming in from Rory Kelly. Once again, the whistle you hear there is from the game on the turf behind us. It's play on here. Great work right there from Watanabe to get onto the end of that one. Aish lays it back to Groot Green. Hawkins running at his player. And tried to thread it through there for, I think it was Neil, with a dangerous run, but couldn't quite get on the end of it. Kept in by Mitchell. Once again, some good pressure from the Royals, but for once, FC just about play through it, and Oakman links up with Aldridge. He tries to find Stevens on the opposite flank, but can't do so. Kelly taking his time before, again, trying to find Stevens, but can't do so. The FC attacking players have been, well, feeding on scraps a wee bit in the opening 25 minutes. The whole team's had to do a bit of defending. And here they are again as Watanabe with nice turn and tried to get a shot but blocked. Time Stanley, no pressure on him, so he can lay it back to Aish with ease. Now foul in a wee bit of space. Well, he looked to get across in. Instead, drives into the area. Now we'll look to cut a low one across, but great defending from the FC captain, Noah Prestel. Dealing with that, it will be another corner, though, for the Dunedin City Royals. More than midway through this first half, still no goals. Royals with a couple of dangerous efforts on goal. They always consider themselves a threat from these set-piece opportunities. So it's another corner for Cooper. It's a high looping one, and Royals can't quite get a shot away there. Just wouldn't quite drop. Foul this time, crosses in towards the far post. Oh, and players almost getting in the way there with Watanabe getting his head to it when perhaps Peterson might have been in a better place to get a head on there, but Royals certainly continuing with a bit of pressure here, and now Watanabe gets, ball turns on the edge of the area, tries to open up a shot, can't do so. There's a few red shirts around him. Instead, the Royals through Neil drills it across, but no one on the end of that one. Another half chance for the Royals. Once again, the Royals looking to put a bit of pressure on deep in FC's half, but to Group Green might go all the way back to his keeper here, Boomer, who hasn't had too much to do. Royals drive forward again. Good double team there by FC and try and spark a counter, but can't get Aldridge onto the end of that. Aldridge showed a bit of pace in their match a couple of weeks ago where I think he was a player fouled for earning his team a penalty kick that allowed FC to open the scoring against Nomads a couple of weeks back. Presto again showing his strength. Always looks to try and find the feet of a teammate, which you love to see from a centre-back, but Royals do win it back here. Watanabe drifting out the left flank and has a few players in the box here. Chipped in, but it's pretty easy for Mitchell to deal with. Collins goes long. Pretty easy to deal with for Rimmer. Good challenge there coming in from Aish, and then a strong challenge on him from Presto. No foul. Stanley getting a shot once again blocked. Again, half-hearted appeals for perhaps a handball in there, but I think the visitors will be obviously pleased to have not conceded yet. They've had a couple of matches where they've conceded a few first half goals. They've struggled for goals themselves, only scoring 3 in their opening 5 matches. Nice wee back heel from Neil, linking up with Watanabe, and then he finds foul driving forward. Another strong challenge from Prestel. Monster at the back. The captain for FC, and this time Aldridge on the counter and calmly dealt with by Caleb de Groot Green. Does well to mop up there what could have been a dangerous counter-attack. Now FC, they haven't been down this end of the field too much, but Aldridge cuts inside, couldn't quite open up a shot. Coming in there, well, crucial timing there from Ollie Peterson as I think it was Mitchell lining up a shot. Game just opening up a wee bit now. Gets past Mitchell. Now Stanley coming into the middle of the pitch. Watanabe's ball intercepted. Dylan Bennett, the right fullback for FC. FC trying to string a few passes together and growing confidence. And they drive over the halfway line here. Aldridge has some players out to his left. Plenty of red shirts forward here. Keeps going himself and gets a shot in. That's better from Luke Aldridge, but couldn't get a shot on target. Royals once again attacking, and Bristol will deal with that one. Hawkins lays it across to Collings. All the way out to foul on this right touch line, but good strong challenge there from Kim. But this time he loses out, and it's Stanley coming across and lays it across. Aish not with the shot, instead lays across to foul, and now Neal looping in towards the far post. Towering header and some claims for a corner, but goal kick it is. Well, the Royals have certainly had the better of possession and territory, but it'll probably be FC that'll be happier with the scoreline at the moment, keeping the Royals scoreless. Both teams be desperate to try and nick a goal before the half-time break, I think. Collings with a nice ball for foul, and now Aish on the ball. Out to Cooper. Stanley with a bit of space in front of him and loves to dribble and run at players and show his pace, and it's a strong challenge in the end. And it needed to be from Dylan Bennett. Will be another corner. That's at least 5 now that the Royals have had in the opening 35 minutes of this match. It's round 6. New Zealand Football Southern League clash. Coming to you from Logan Park in Dunedin. Beautiful day here. Corner, it's another high looping one, and came all the way through to DeGroot Green near the far post. I think he was surprised that it came all the way through, and his header was nowhere near on target. Not too much pressure on the Royals defenders here, as again FC look to stay organised around that halfway line. Nicely cut out there by Kim, and looks to spark a counter, and Aldridge gets to that one, and Boomer, well, did well. Maybe just a wee touch of luck as well that he managed to get the ball and not clean out the attacking player there. That's the kind of counter-attack that FC will be pinning their hopes on, I think, for the rest of this half. Royals certainly trying to use the full width of the pitch. Foul keeps that one in and now drives into the area. Prestel again with a huge challenge, and oh, it's a nasty one for Aish to take to the head. Foul it was, sorry, but he looks okay, which is good. I think the referee does just want to check there with Braden Fowl that no concussion concerns there. Fortunately, looks okay. Cut out there by Watanabe, and now Neil looks to drive into the area. Out to Cooper, sends it in towards the far post. Watanabe gets it across the area, and the shot from Hawkins was a good effort, but it was blocked. Doesn't threaten Mountie in goal. And it'll be intercepted. Oakman can't link up with a teammate though, and the Royals come forward again. Neil links up, tries to get on the end of that one for a shot, but it was nicely cut out by Mapen Rimmer. Hawkins again though for the Royals. Hooper gets a shot in, and that was a better effort. And I think a corner has been awarded. Maybe the keeper who got the touch to scramble that one clear. Royals desperately trying to ramp up the pressure and break this deadlock before the halftime break. Another corner for the home team. Oh, and the shot there coming out and thunders against the bar, and then it's finally fired in. The deadlock is broken. Dunedin City Royals take the lead. It was Connor Neal who's poked that one in. Catch the replay here. That effort against the post, but then brave effort from Neal. Coming in and finally opening the scoring here at Logan Park. Dunedin City Royals 1, FC 2011 0 with about 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Connor Neal with the goal. That's his 5th of the campaign. He got a double in their loss a couple of weeks back to Christchurch United as the Royals immediately looked to add to the scoreline. Watanabe lays it back to Aish. Stanley looks to take on Stevens. Does so, takes it to the byline, but looks in a bit too deep to find a teammate there. How will FC approach this tactically now? They have been pretty happy to sit deep and let the Royals come at them. Kelly's just gone to ground here and may just be a bootlace with a bit of luck, so he should be back up and running in a minute. The referee allowing him a bit of time to do that, but now tells the visitors to get play back underway. Pretty comfortable there for the Royals to go back to Group Green. Aish, no one pressuring him. Now Neil. Aish sprays it out the left to Cooper. Stanley now. Hawkins and now Stanley driving into the box and a clever wee snapshot coming in from Ian Watanabe. Can't get it on target though. Hawkins again, enough time to look around the pitch and find his best option. I think Hawkins and Aisha enjoying the space that they're being allowed in the middle of the park. Collings out to foul. Couldn't link up with Hawkins. Oh, Collings just leaving it short there, and it was intercepted by the substitute Foisey, but one back here by the Royals. They'll keep this one in and trying to drill it into towards the near post. And Oban Hawkins again trying to spark something on attack here. Stevens just about winning the ball. Bennett getting it clear. Once again, the Royals will be able to build up from the back. Luke Aldridge fighting a bit of a solo battle up front at the moment for the visitors. Nicely done there from Hawkins, or tries to go past Mitchell. But well defended in the end by Sam Mitchell, the most senior player on the pitch today. As we approach half-time here at Logan Park, can the Royals double their lead? They're looking to Watanabe, but I think the flag's gone up there. Can FC spark a chance before the break as they try and even the lead here? Players just looking a bit isolated when they get up towards that halfway line. It's been a fairly commanding and controlling performance so far from the Royals. Just the one goal to their name. Can the Royals craft one last chance before the break? Peterson trying to turn on the ball. He's been fairly well marshalled in that advanced midfield position. A goal kick here for the visitors might just about see us to the break. Now to go along with this goal kick, and there is the halftime whistle from referee Michael Love. And at the break, the Dunedin City Royals lead 1-0 over FC 2011. The Royals currently sitting in third place on the Southern League ladder, looking to add another 3 points and keep the pressure on Christchurch United and Cashmere Technical. So I hope you've enjoyed the first half here. We'll be back very soon with the second half, so see you soon.
At Ford, we're always looking towards the future. So while we're proud of our range of vehicles, we're even prouder of being the first company to support not only the football ferns, but the next generation. And the legends we grew up wanting to be.
I think for Dylan Bennett and also number 9, Kane Kilbride up front there. Coming on for Harvey Stevens. And oh no, Stevens still on, so it's not him. May have been Oakman. Yeah, I'll look to, yeah. So number 9 coming on for the visitors, FC 20, Kane Kilbride. Certainly an attacking substitution there. Player who scored plenty of goals in the mainland leagues. Try and see if there were any changes for the home team as well, but they were looking pretty settled in that first half, the Royals. So they throw it into FC to try and build from the back. Ben Stanley putting a bit of pressure on them there though, so forcing FC long, but just about fell there for Aldridge, and already there's a bit more spark to FC on attack there. So the wind's just picking up here at Logan Park. Still a lovely sunny afternoon here. Dunedin City Royals currently in 3rd spot on the Southern League ladder after 5 rounds heading into this match. Hungry for 3 points here as the ball comes through for Stanley. He takes a touch, gets a shot in, and comfortably in at the far post there, and doubles the Royals lead. Made it look easy. Ben Stanley with his 6th goal of the Southern League, and Hawkins just fed through a ball for Stanley to charge onto. And look at the composure with the finish there, just tucking it home, leaving Mountie with no chance. The Royals hasn't taken them long in the second half here to double their lead. Ben Stanley, wow. That goal won't quite compete with the finish he had last week against Nelson Suburbs, which was a scorcher from distance, but they all count the same on the score sheet, don't they? Free kick there being awarded against the Royals, and I think both teams frustrated. The Royals frustrated that a free kick was awarded, and FC wanting the advantage to have been played, as Kilbride was looking to be getting into a dangerous spot, but instead they will get themselves a corner. Can't recall whether they had a corner in that first half or not. The Royals had at least 6 themselves. So what kind of threat can they be here? The substitute Nathan Dix, I think it is, who will send this one in. It's another high looping one, and header coming in there from Rimmer, but harmlessly away from the Royals' perspective. Peterson trying to flick it on for Stanley, but couldn't do so. Stanley and Neil just switching flanks for the moment. And here is Neil, who scored that first half goal. Now Watanabe. Aishu had plenty of touches in that first half in the middle of the park for the Royals. Might see it back here again. No, instead they switch out towards the left flank. Nice turn there from De Groot Green. Almost leaves the pass short for Collings, but defensive partner dealt with it well, and Watanabe now on the ball. Can't quite link up with Neil and concedes a free kick. Might be another substitution coming here. We'll see if we can pick up that change back at the halfway line. It may even be Connor Neal being rested here for the Royals. And that might be Will Turner coming on, the 19-year-old forward. Plenty of pace. FC desperate to try and claw a goal back on the score sheet here. Prestel trying to get involved at the attacking end, and a sliding challenge coming in. And Stevens gets a shot but blocked. Stanley with a clever play to beat the defender there. He loves taking players on like this. Stevens desperately trying to win it back, but nice play from Stanley. Foul, can't find a teammate. All the way back to Mounty, who thumps it clear. Foul links up with Hawkins again, has a fair bit of time on the ball there. The cross comes in and Stanley picks up on the edge of the box. Tries a wee trick, can't open up for a shot. The Royals will build again. FC try and mount a counter, and it's Stevens showing a bit of pace down the flank, but it's well defended all the way back to Boomer. Substitute Dix, frustrated that he lost out there to Hawkins. And the Royals driving forward again. Turner, substitute with some good footwork. Watanabe has some options in the box. Peterson at the near post wanted it. Defending in the end was good enough, and I think it's a goal kick awarded. Mountie only as far as Turner, but FC do win it back. Flicked on by Kilbride. Aldridge has worked hard without much reward in attack for FC. Here he lays it across, and Royals have plenty of shirts there to deal with that though. Turner loses out there. Prestel and FC now look to send it into the box, but calmly played out again by the Royals and Hawkins. Watanabe drifts across the pitch, up an attack for the home team. It's a nice ball through, and I don't think the flag's going to go up there for Stanley. Lays it across. Oh, Hawkins just tried to stroke it in, but Mountie was there. Now Aldridge, yeah, the offside flag going up. Close to the hour mark here, might be seeing another substitution here. The Royals in particular might be looking to get a few of their younger substitutes some game time. Got the new regulations in the national leagues this year where under 20 players need to be given, I think it's at least 10% of their available playing time. A good chance to give some of those younger players some game time here. It's FC who are starting to grow in confidence and getting up this end of the pitch a bit more often, but Kilbride there frustrated. FC 2011, it's their first season in the Southern League, earning their promotion after defeating Dunedin side Rosamai-Carey in a two-league promotion playoff back in September. It's been a pretty tough start to the league for them with 4 defeats from the opening 5 rounds. They did have that 2-0 win over Nomads a fortnight ago. They've still only scored 3 goals, as we see number 19 for FC now on. That's youngster Will Morgan, I think only 15 years old. So a great experience for him. They may have cleared their bench with Rodrigo Balcazar in the 12 shirt out there as well. Peterson, strong challenge there, but OFC thought they'd won it back, but it may be a free kick there for the Royals. Visitors a bit frustrated with that call, but free kick it is for the Royals. It's Stanley leaves it for Cooper. Takes a lot of the set pieces. He takes his time, but he has a few options up there in the box. Swings it in, and here it comes in, so I think that'll be a goal kick. Nice pressure from Turner, but it's a nice turn on the ball. Oh, yeah, strong challenge coming in from foul on, I think it was Dix. Cooper drives forward. Once again, Hawkins with enough time to turn and strike a pass out to foul. Watanabe turns, looks to find Stanley, who must have been thinking about a shot, but instead it's Cooper on the edge of the box. Stanley is under pressure this time, so in a slip there from Aish in the middle of the park, and then he'll pick up a yellow card for that foul. But once again, FC really frustrated that there was no advantage played there, and they had players surging forward. Not the first time that's happened, because it was a clear professional foul from Aish. No doubt about the yellow card after it slipped and took the FC player down. Comes out to Mitchell. His cross is easy for Boomer to deal with, though. Peterson flicks that one on, but Stanley does well to win that off Rimmer. Hawkins composed again, out to foul. He chips it in, but Rimmer will deal with it. Presto, who's been one of the best on the pitch for the visitors today, the young captain. The Royals picked up a point on the road last week up in Nelson. Of course, it's a big trip, that one, from one end of the South Island to the other. It's never an easy fixture heading up there. But they'll get a corner here, the Royals. But you could sense they're a bit frustrated to only pick up a point in that match, which sort of evidences the confidence they have and that they see themselves as a real contender to be threatening for a top 2 spot in the Southern League, which would earn them a spot in the National League Championship later in the year with the best teams from the Central and Northern Leagues. Yeah, they're coming in, but Kilbride's back there to clear. Stanley been heavily involved throughout the match, and once again great control, although eventually the whistle goes. Throw in for FC. Nicely won by Peterson. Presto, his clearance is blocked, and FC just not able to clear, and that's kept in too by Peterson, who's done well. He's desperately trying to get a bit more involved in the match. He does brilliantly there, gets it in near post, and just about created something out of nothing there. Ollie Peterson, great play from the Royals captain. For anyone watching who's not too familiar with the Dunedin City Royals club, well, they're a fairly recent amalgamation of a couple of the city's oldest and most successful clubs, as we do see a substitution here. And number 14, Tyler Muir, will be coming on up front for the Royals. Yeah, Dunedin Technical and Caversham certainly dominated the Otago football scene for more than a couple of decades. They've joined forces to try and be competitive on the national front. They had a pretty encouraging first Southern League season last year, and already they're trying to make sure that Christchurch United and Kashmir Tech don't get it too easy at the top of the table. Royals did suffer the one defeat they've had in this year's Southern League. It was a 5-2 defeat to Christchurch United, but even in that match, I think that probably a bit better than the scoreline suggested there as well, and were at least competitive. Kashmir Technical had a game last night where they beat Selwyn 2-1, which put them on top overnight at least, with Christchurch United playing later today. Kim couldn't quite get a shot in there. FC just trying to lift the urgency a bit. Some good pressure there. They're trying not to give the Royals so much time on the ball, and they might see this as their window to try and force a mistake from the home team. But Ace has plenty of space here and knocks it out to Stanley on that right flank. Foul with the overlapping run. Or tried to find Muir. Foisey doing well there. FC were forced into that early change when Sarachera was forced off with an injury just inside the opening 20 minutes. They could have really done with him throughout the rest of the match. He's tenacious in the middle of the park. Hawkins does well and lays it off nicely. Tom Stewart, another substitute on in the 8 shirt for the Royals. The two 10s battling it out there. Nathan Dix for FC and Braden Fowle, who wins that little battle. Nicely done here by Cooper with plenty of space to drive into, and his Turner outside him. Gets across, nicely cut out. Ooh. Substitute there, Balcazar almost getting into trouble, but Kilbride, it's going to be a threat if he can be fed the ball up at the attacking end for FC. They might be able to claw something back in this game. Tyler Muir, though, in the 14 shirt for the Royals, the substitute striker. He's someone else who knows how to find the net. In fact, I think he ended up the top goal scorer in last year's Chatham Cup competition, playing for Dunedin side Northern AFC. only played 3 matches and managed to bag 10 goals. He's got 1 Southern League goal to his name already, scoring in the opening round in a 3-0 win over Nomads. Nice turn there. And Kilbride looks to take on Collins and goes past him and gets a shot in. Good save from Boomer, and he holds it too. It was much better from FC. That's a nice play from Kane Kilbride. Once again, you see a wee bit more pressure in the middle of the park for Royals, and FC turn it over. Presto driving forward again, desperately trying to spark something. He's out of position now. Can the Royals take advantage of that? He does well, working all the way back, although he's made it a tricky one for his keeper there. Oh, and a heavy fall there. That's a nasty one for Tom Stewart, and I think the ref's done the right thing in stopping play immediately, because just got caught off balance after winning the ball and seemed to thunder his head into the turf here, which of course is not as forgiving as some surfaces around. So they do the right thing here by just checking he's okay. Fortunately, he looks okay. Tom Stewart, one of a cohort here in the Royals lineup that formerly played for the university side here in Dunedin. They've added a real touch of flair to this Royals lineup, along with the likes of Oban Hawkins, Ben Stanley. So we're inside the final 20 minutes or so of the Southern League clash. Dunedin City Royals holding a 2-goal lead over FC 20. It's been reasonably comfortable for the home team. I remember someone famous once saying that 2-0 is the most dangerous lead you can hold, so if the visitors could claw a goal back, then it could be all go for the remainder of the match. And this is the man who might be most likely for the visitors in the 9 shirt there, substitute Kane Kilbride. Boomer was able to claim that one though. Good to see Stewart seems okay after that knock. Carla de Groot Green has taken the captain's armband after Ollie Peterson was substituted off. De Groot Green picked up the team's Player of the Match award last week in that draw with Nelson Suburbs. Presto once again trying to drive forward from the back. No one's tried harder than him today. They do win a free kick. It's Presto who takes it, sends it long. Great header though, may have been De Groot Green there. Strong challenge there coming in, and the Royals through Stewart. Now Hawkins looking to counter, and no, that's Muir on the ball now and looks to open up a shot. Defenders did well in shutting him down and getting a block in there. maybe an offside flag going up anyway. Long and straight, and just about an awkward one for Boomer, who was screaming for his teammates to leave it for him. He did well in the end. Will Morgan, the youngster. Good to see him trying to take on the defender there, but only a throw-in. It's Morgan who swings it in. And the Royals, I think, still hungry to add another goal, because you feel like a third would certainly kill off FC. Sure, Alex Boomer and goals would love to claim a third clean sheet of the season. Had kept the opponents scoreless in the opening 2 rounds, but would love to do the same here, I'm sure. But FC certainly haven't given up. FC 20 have only scored 3 goals in the Southern League so far, and they've all come fairly late in matches, including a couple right at the death. Or Turner and Muir almost linking up there. No one on the end of that one as Kilbride had come short, but instead it was sent long by Mitchell. Again, a wee bit more pressure from FC, and Kilbride now on the edge of the area, trying to link up with a teammate. Royals drive forward once more. Hawkins sprays it out to Cooper. Aish, who's probably had as many touches as anyone out there, this time finds foul. Tom Stewart turns, and nice ball into Muir, although I think the flag's gone up again. Muir once again in offside position. Just a bit too easy there. FC, they could certainly make the final 10 minutes spicy if they could get on the score sheet here. Again, turned over in the middle of the park. You can just see a wee bit of frustration, and after a few substitutions, some of those combinations that worked so well in the first half, just not quite working as confidently now. FC trying to get some players forward through Will Morgan with a 1-2. Can't get on the end of that though, and that'll be seen over for a goal kick. First time these two teams have ever played each other. The Royals, of course, only formed a couple of years ago, and well, we see 2011 formed back in 2011 is an amalgamation themselves, or a merger of Avon United and Burnside FC. A couple of clubs with fine history in Christchurch. Group Green sends it out to foul on the right flank. Fantastic work rate from the fullback, and look at that lung-busting run, and he's got plenty of time to look up. Lays it short to Turner, who, oh, nicely passed into Muir, but again, his effort was blocked. See another substitution here. As we enter the final 10 minutes or so of this round 6 Southern League clash between Dunedin City Royals, who look set to claim their 4th win of the Southern League season, to go with their draw last week and their single loss, which was to Christchurch United a couple of weeks back. FC with just the 3 points in the Southern League so far from that win over Nomads United. They'll be desperate to try and pick up some points as the season goes on to stay out of that bottom spot. And there's a third goal that might just kill the game, and it's substitute Tyler Muir, who scores the 3rd goal for the Dunedin City Royals. They lead FC 2011 3-0 inside the final 10 minutes, and that might have just killed off that little bit of hope that was still there. And that's just that striker's instinct that Muir has. Stayed onside this time, and it was a great finish. Dunedin City Royals 3 goals to the good now over FC 20. It's been a tidy performance from the Royals. FC 2011 haven't been able to craft too many chances. You feel like the Royals coaching team, led by Richard Murray, will be pretty happy with how this one's gone so far. Hawkins plays it out. Again, looking for options. Always seems to have so much time on the ball. Aish has had lots of time on the ball in the middle of the park too. And there's a bit of space down the right flank here. And that's Joshua McCarroll on in the 12 shirt on that right flank. He's lots of time for the cross. Gee. Just about gave Vin Mounty a fright there, but goal kick for FC. Kilbride's battled away since he came on. Boise lays it across. And they've got some numbers forward here, and there's Nathan Dix trying to find some space. But instead, it's the Royals again through Stanley driving forward, once again toying with the defenders, but they've done a good job there. Sam Mitchell. Stanley again linking up. Hawkins, Cooper getting a long way forward. Muir trying to get on the end of it. Hawkins will mop that one up. There's still players forward for the Royals. Stewart gets into Turner, tries to open up a shot, gets an effort in. It wasn't too far away. He did well to turn and shoot. Couldn't quite get it on target. Mountie not too happy with that goal kick, but FC managed to retain possession. Can they get a consolation here? Kilbride looks to take on De Groot Green, who just easily dinks it out. Playing with a bit of confidence, the Royals here. So it looks like FC's second trip to Dunedin is going to end in similar fashion to their first roadie down here a few weeks back, where they lost 2-0 to Green Island at Sunnyvale. They certainly don't look out of place in the league, and I'm sure they'll pick up a few more scalps as the season goes on, as they look to consolidate their spot in the Southern League. Muir dropping a bit deeper and links up with Stanley, who takes on his marker, and clear foul there from a substitute, Will Morgan. The youngster will pick up a yellow card from Michael Love. Not much love shown there. So a set piece opportunity for the Royals to try and find a fourth goal. Happy just to take their time though, get their breath back. Looks like it'll be Hawkins. Take this one, although go short. Stanley will no doubt look to try and open up a shot. Instead lays it across to Stewart. What can they craft here? Muir tries to walk through. Cooper lays it across, and the shot then coming in from Hawkins, who had a couple of half chances in the first half. Couldn't get that one on target. Hope you're enjoying this National League coverage. Fantastic to be able to bring you live National League football from across the country. It's always great for us to be able to bring games from the deep south here in Dunedin, especially on a beautiful day like this. Boomer hasn't had too much to do back in goals. Oh, Carroll did well in the end there and lays it across. Muir looking for a second. Instead lays it off to McCarroll, his fellow substitute. And that will be another corner late in the game here. Forsyth Bar Stadium there in the background, of course, will soon be hosting plenty of FIFA Women's World Cup matches. Can't wait for that. This corner comes in. And it's a good header by De Groot Green against the woodwork. Stewart couldn't quite get a shot in there. Hawkins may have struck his hand, although play on, I think, now. Get the free kick, and Hawkins just nods his head, I think, realising that, yeah, can't complain about that one. Stewart and on Presto, and then Rimmer and Presto. Well, they've tried hard all day. Is there a late consolation here for the visitors? Mitchell lays it out to Kim. Comes in there, it's easy for Boomer though. Yeah, no less than 6 of those Women's World Cup games to be played here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. Tickets, of course, available to those matches. Laid across here for Hawkins. Can he finally get on the score sheet? No, he unselfishly lays it across to Stanley, and that's a tame effort, but instead his teammate Muir puts it in the net, but the offside flag is up. On the follow-up, Stanley will be frustrated that he couldn't add another one to his tally. He's had 1 goal today to go to his previous 5. He's 3rd on the Golden Boot ladder at the moment. Connor Neal getting his 5th today as well, so Royals will be pleased that they're managing to chalk up a few goals. Can they finally get that 4th? Oh, nicely done and beaten away, but Muir's been impressive since he's come on up top for the Royals. Kilbride looks like he's onside. Doesn't have a lot of support. Instead, gets a shot in and just can't quite get it on target as we enter referee's time at the end of this one. That might have been the best chance for a consolation for FC. This hasn't quite been their day. So the game winding down in stoppage time. Royals 3-0 up over FC 2011. Stanley, can he get that second goal? Well blocked there by Rimmer. Maybe one last chance for FC, but nicely done by Caleb de Groot Green. All the way back to Boomer. He's not under much pressure. Stanley's been immense today for the Royals. Will Turner looks to find him, but that's pretty easy for Ju-Yong Kim to deal with. Can this be a chance for a consolation? Can't find a teammate. Once again, Royals should be able to get it clear. Match just winding down now in stoppage time. Pretty tired players out there. There's been obviously plenty of substitutions, but plenty of players that have put in a big shift today from both teams. Comes in once again. Boomer claims that with ease. Hasn't had to make too many saves. Made one good save, I think, in that first half. Cooper's been good for the Royals and he cuts inside. Can he get on the score sheet? Instead, lays it across Horn. That was Muir bullied off the ball. Good tussle there. Rodrigo Balcazar coming away with it for FC. Once again, Prestel driving forward, but that was a bit of a tired pass there, which he can be excused for. I think he's put in a big shift. And there is the final whistle from referee Michael Love. Dunedin City Royals picking up a clinical 3-0 win here over FC 2011 in the Southern League clash, which is another great result for the Royals, and we'll see them remaining in the hunt for a top 2 spot in the Southern League. They dominated much of the game today. We'll bring some highlights to you, including the goals. The Royals struggled to break down FC until quite late in that first half, and it was in the 39th minute when the corner came in, and I think it was Ian Watanabe there who got a clever wee side foot shot in that struck the crossbar, and Connor Neal was on hand to smash it into the net from just a metre out. Finally put his team in front. That was the score at the break, and it didn't take long into the second half for a second goal when Oban Hawkins fed it through to Ben Stanley, and pretty easy finish there for the in-form attacker for the Royals. There were a couple of moments where FC tried to get back into the game, including Kilbride there. But a great effort there from Tyler Muir. Scored the 3rd goal for the Royals. So comprehensive 3-0 win for the Dunedin City Royals over FC 2011. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage, and make sure you keep tuning in every week to National League Football Action, broadcast live every weekend. From myself, Morgan Jarvis, and everyone bringing you this broadcast, thank you. Farewell from Logan Park in Dunedin. Have a fantastic afternoon.